Hi everyone, I'm Daniel Lee, Project Coordinator at Young Architect. Welcome to the first episode of our From Feasibility Study to Project Completion series. As the name suggests, this series is for aspiring building owners who want to understand the steps and hidden challenges of becoming one. Everyone talks about buying real estate, but that's not what we're going to talk about here. We're asking, should you become a building owner? Not just someone who holds a title, collects rent, and walks away, but someone who will take full ownership of the process. Design, permits, construction, the whole ride. And as someone who's been in the middle of that ride hundreds of times, I'll tell you this, it's not for everyone. We're going to walk you through the good, the bad, and the parts no one tells you. Not the banks, not the brokers, and definitely not the influencers. Just the real stuff we share with our clients here in our Vancouver office. You've probably heard it before. Why lease when you can own? Sure, on paper it makes sense. Equity, stability, tax benefits. But the second you start planning a commercial building, you're taking on a role no one warned you about. Project lead. Zoning analysis, OCP alignment, heritage overlays, parking relaxations, all of that becomes your responsibility. And depending on where you're building, which can be in Vancouver, Burnaby, or Surrey, then complexity varies wildly. We've seen first-time owners spend months bouncing between departments. You don't get a handbook. What you get is a web of regulations and tight construction market with very little room for error. One small misstep, like misunderstanding what your site is actually zoned for, can set you back months before you even get to design. One of the first questions we ask our new clients is, what's your intent? Are you building to hold, to flip, or to occupy and expand later? And here's the insider truth. If your goal isn't clear from the start, you'll end up spending where you didn't need to and cutting corners where you absolutely shouldn't. A quick pre-application meeting with the city and a solid feasibility study could have prevented the entire mess. Now, let's talk about why people get into building ownership in the first place. Because yes, there are real benefits. You can generate monthly rental income, especially if you lease part of the space. Over time, your property may increase in value, providing strong long-term returns. You also get full control. You decide how the building looks, how it functions, and how it evolves. On top of that, there are potential tax deductions that can help offset some operational costs. And perhaps most underrated of all, you'll gain real-world experience in real estate that no seminar or YouTube video can truly replicate. But here's where most people hesitate, and with good reason as well. The upfront costs are substantial. We're talking about land acquisition, consultant fees, permits, development charges, and more. Things break, timelines slip, unexpected complications become expected. What you think might take 6 months can easily stretch for far longer, even with a strong team. And let's be honest, not every contractor is reliable. Poor planning, missed details, or hiring the wrong person can lead to costly delays or even legal trouble. We've seen it happen. And unless you have someone managing the project for you, all that stress, all those moving parts, they land on your shoulders. And quite frankly, it's exhausting. And if you're not prepared, it could burn you out quickly. Here's what no one tells you about timelines. Construction is the easy part. The waiting, that's what wears people down. Waiting on consultants, waiting on permits, waiting on revised reports because a bylaw changed midway through your application. And just when you think you're ready to build, you're probably still 3 meetings away from approval. Even after construction begins, you're dealing with supply chain issues, changing scopes, and trades who are already stretched thin. Owning a building means being okay with things going sideways and still being the person everyone looks to for answers. So, should you become a building owner? If you want full control, a long-term asset, and you're prepared to think like a developer, then yes. But if you're not ready to manage risk, or you're looking for something a little bit more hands-off, leasing might actually offer more freedom. We've guided dozens of clients through this process, some who thrived, and some who struggled. If you want to avoid the common first-time mistakes, keep watching. We've got videos that dive deeper into zoning, permitting, construction costs, and how to make building ownership actually work for you. I'm Daniel Lee. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.